Claire, just briefly, we've been talking earlier on the show about the protests, the pro-Palestinian protests, the overt anti-Semitism that's been popping up in our universities. It's way worse overseas in the States and Britain, but it is happening here. And we were debating, what is the role of government in stepping in, showing some leadership? Your colleague, Sarah Henderson, has been very strident, saying that Jason Clare has gone missing in action. What do you think? We all love free speech, as we've been discussing. So where should government be involved in either putting, defunding universities that won't prevent the sort of anti-Semitic hate speech we've been seeing? What's your thoughts?
Oh, look, I think that the Australian government absolutely has to provide some more leadership in this space. I've been particularly looking at what is happening at Columbia University over the last week, and I'm very grateful that we haven't seen scenes precisely like that here in Australia. But I also think that there's an argument that it could potentially only be a matter of time before we do. If government doesn't make a very clear stance and say to universities that, obviously we want free speech on our university campuses. That's something I have felt I still do feel very strongly about, but I've been very outspoken on in the past. But we need to make sure that where these protests are happening, that they are lawful, that they're not violent, and that they're not making these sort of really anti-Semitic, horrific comments towards the Jewish community here in Australia. So I would like to see some leadership from the government and from the university sector more broadly, so that we don't see these scenes that have been playing out overseas happening in Australia as well.
Senator Claire Chandler, great as always to chat to you. Thanks for coming on Outsiders this morning.